Good morning and welcome to our daily devotional from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn on this Tuesday, May the 30th, 2023. Very glad to have you with us this week as we are studying the 8th chapter from the book of the Psalms. And as I said yesterday, this is the first psalm in the book of Psalms that is a psalm of praise. The previous 7 books or 7 chapters of the book of Psalms are explanations and reasons and declarations of the importance of praise, but this psalm is actually a psalm of praise. So the psalm is 9 verses and it has a frame that is very important. It's the first part of verse 1, and then verse 9, the last verse. And so I'm going to read those 2 verses, which constitute the frame of Psalm chapter 8, and then we'll reflect on that for just a few moments, and then close with prayer. So this is Psalm chapter 8, verses 1 and 9. O Lord, our sovereign, how majestic is your name in all the earth. And then verse 9, O Lord, our sovereign, how majestic is your name in all the earth. Well, the psalmist does in chapter 8 what he said he was going to do in chapter 7. So the last verse of chapter 7, and the very reason that these 2 chapters go together, chapter 7 and then chapter 8. Chapter 7, the last verse, verse 17 says, I will give to the Lord the thanks due to his righteousness and sing praise to the name of the Lord, the Most High. And then in chapter 8, this is exactly what he does. And he frames this chapter, which we're going to talk about later this week, as some of the more specific elements of this psalm. But he frames it with this statement about, or this praise language, praising our sovereign, which is a term that is attributed to kings. So God is compared to a king, the exception being that this is the king of the universe rather than the king of some kingdom. And this praise language, how majestic is your name? You probably know that a name is, in Hebrew, holds the character and essence of the person, the individual. And so praising the essence of God and God's connection as seen in the whole earth, that is, being able to see this majesty connected to all the elements of the earth. So this is the language of praise. It's an analogy with kingship. God as King of the whole earth, being praised for how wonderful creation is, the wonders of the world, and how we can see this. We can see God's majesty in all the earth around us. And we respond with praise because this is the language of gratitude. This is the language of response to the world, the majesty of God in the world. Let's close with this word of prayer by Henry Ward Beecher. How great are the mercies, O Lord our God, which thou hast prepared for all that put their trust in thee. Thou hast comfort for those that are in affliction. Thou hast strength for those that are weak. Thou hast all blessings that are needed and stand ready to be all things to all and in all. And yet with bread enough and to spare, with raiment abundant and with all medicine, how many are there that go hungry and naked and sick and destitute of all things? We desire, O Lord, that thou will do all to all thine other mercies, add that gift by which we shall trust in thee, faith that works by love, faith that abides with us, faith that transforms material things and gives them to us in their spiritual meanings, faith that illumines the world by a light that never sets, that shines brighter than the day and that clears the night quite out of our experience. This is the portion that thou hast provided for thy people. We beseech of thee, grant us this faith that shall give us victory over the world and over ourselves, that shall make us valiant in all temptation and bring us off as conquerors and more than conquerors through him that loved us. Amen. Thank you for joining me this morning from Pilgrim Congregational Church. I'm Patrick Horn, and I hope that you have a very good day. Goodbye.